So today I had we might call a crisis of conscience. And I wondered how, in my life, I've endeavoured to do good, spread joy in the world. So I'm going to recline. My back's killing me. And I thought to myself, well, why do I bother? Why am I good? Why am I, as the Greeks might call eudaimon, a good man in the world? Still doesn't feel quite right. What is the good life, as us philosophers like to conjecture? We philosophers. What's in it for me? Because I assure you, with the amount of arrests, I think today was, I think I'm over 20 arrests. And each one comes with a period in jail and torture, for it is. If you've never been arrested, it's never good. The food in jail is terrible. You get beaten and treated badly. It's never an enjoyable experience. And I've done it fighting fascists. I've done it fighting governments. It's never been for personal gain. I mean, if I faced so many arrests as a criminal, bearing in mind I probably wouldn't have got caught quite so often, because as a political activist, you get caught. You stand there and you fight the police, or you fight the government, or you fight fascists, and you don't run away. Whereas as a criminal, you work by night. 95% of the time you don't get caught. Whereas as a political activist, you do. Fighting fracking, fighting tuition fees, fighting Gulf War I, Gulf War II, all the many things I fought against. Well, I ran away. So try and get even lower so you can see my face. Whereas as a criminal, you work by night, by stealth, and I'm sure 95% of the time you never get detected. So I've had to face up to the consequences of my actions as a political activist most of the time. So I never backed down, I never ran away. As criminals go up to their activity by stealth and only occasionally get caught. If I had risked the amount of time in prison, I'm currently on charges that could see me serving 2.5, 3 years. In the past, I've faced 17 years. For what, really? To make a point? To stop environmental crimes? And at the end of the day, if I'd done it for personal gain, working on the getting caught 10% of the time principle, I'd be a multimillionaire many times over. Probably more so, because I'm exceptionally intelligent, unlike most criminals, and wouldn't get caught half as often. I certainly wouldn't piss around with little bank jobs. I'd be going after truly valuable shit, be worth many millions, and probably never have been caught. So I've had this crisis of conscience because I keep getting caught, and this 48 hours stint I've just done in jail for something I didn't do hurts. And as I say, I have outstanding matters that could see me go to jail for a while. Never been imprisoned. I know. That's how clever I am. So if I was a criminal, I'd be living on a beach somewhere or have an island. If I'd taken the risks I've taken and got away with it 90% of the time, I would be a multimillionaire living on a yacht. Ha ha ha. Well respected. Pretend that I was a businessman, because if you really want to rob the world, you own a bank. And by this point, I'd have owned a bank. And I thought, well, this is my crisis of conscience. If I'm going to take the hit, if I'm going to spend that time in jail and take the risks, why don't I just become a criminal? I'd be really good at it. I would be very good at it. I would never be detected, and I would make a fuck ton of money. So why don't I? And I've had this crisis of conscience. I've been arguing with myself for the last half an hour or so about why don't I just give it all up? Fuck the world and save yourself, Carly. You've done your bit. You're 56. You fought the law. And maybe it's time to admit that the law won. Now you don't fight the law. You become the law. Because they're the biggest criminal gang of all. So what is it in my psyche? What is fundamentally wrong with me that I continue to fight for the common man and the people in general, rather than fuck the world and save yourself, Carly? I'm old. I'm tired. I'm sick of spending time in jail for no fucking benefit to me. So, I don't know, is the answer. I'm in a quandary right now. I may decide to stop being pro-justice